bit of Viking metal to celebrate this freaking wonderful day. Anyway, listen, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Oh my God, it's Fanboy Friday, bitches. Fanboy Friday. What are we talking about today? We're talking about Thor Ragnarok, and never before have I ever been so excited to do a review before, not because it was the best movie I've ever seen, but because there was so much fucking contrast. So much contrast for myself. So many inner battles going on. I don't even know how to do it. Anyway, this is going to be one of those things where I review this movie 50% spoiler free, 50%, whatever. By the way, we're listening to some Viking metal, Mon Amarth, and this is Twilight of the Thunder of God. So, such an appropriate song to play during a Thor Ragnarok review. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done one of these two, so I feel like I've just been pumped up all day long for some reason. I've been sick as a dog, too, so I'm kind of loopy still from, still getting over this freaking crappy cold that I've had all week long. Anyway, cheers. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Oh, God. That was the first one. Anyhow, like I said, contrast. Differing battles going on inside me. First, I want to say the first part of this movie, of course, the first part of this is going to be spoiler-free, and I'm going to give you the goods, okay? The bad stuff I'm going to save for the spoiler aspect of this video, just because I don't feel like I can say, bad things without spoiling, so I'm going to save that for the latter half. But as usual, I'll give you a chance to bail out when you want to get a chance. Well, first off, the Jenna Marie Raspberry, best name ever. Freaking, she has the best last name ever. Johnny, when you marry her, you're going to have to change it to Jonathan is Raspberry instead of Jonathan is Magnum. But anyway, I'm not going on the disappointed. I wouldn't say disappointed is definitely not the word that I have for this movie. I didn't even know what to say. There was a lot of win for me, let me put it that way. So let's get into the good stuff, okay? Believe it or not, for me, the surprise of the freaking movie, Tessa Thompson. I was surprised that I was as pleased as I was with Tessa Thompson, because I saw Creed. I liked Creed. I thought Creed was a good movie. I liked Tessa Thompson in Creed, but she didn't blow me out of the water. She wasn't great, But in this movie, I really loved her as Valkyrie. Absolutely adored her character from the moment that she, whatever. But from the moment she came on screen, her first scene, I thought she was just, and all throughout, I just loved what she brought to the character, and I thought she was a great Valkyrie. All right, so Goldblum, of course, is Jeff Goldblum. Dude brought it, man. He always brings it. He always brings his own special Jeff Goldblum flair to a character, and it was actually great to see him in the MCU, and they put him in a place where he could actually be like the greatness of Jeff Goldblum that he is. So I really absolutely adored his character. He was funny, witty, and all of everything. He was just really great. He just kind of fit into it, It was just like, all right, it really was good. Searcher was in this movie. Searcher. And I was really pleased about that. This is the first time you got to see Searcher in an MCU film. I'm so glad they actually get a chance. Fenris was in this movie, and he looked fucking glorious. Cate Blanchett was fantastic. She was a great healer. She did a fantastic job with the role. And so much so that it was like one of those, she almost was like the Heath Ledger of this movie, just because, when other things were going on, you're kind of thinking to yourself, I kind of like to see, Halo fucking some shit up right now, It wouldn't be bad if it was, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 more hours, or her just being Hela, She did a good job with it. There's some good cameos, we'll get into that later. Of course, the Hulk versus Thor freaking fight was fantastic. Loki was Loki. Tom Hiddleston always a joy to watch in that character, and this movie was no different. He's just always a joy to watch as that character. So like I said, this is a good, fun film, and I think that anybody that goes out and sees it should really go out and see it and have a good time, and I think you will have a good time. It's a decent movie. It's a really good movie. I have my gripes with the movie, and I do have, that's the funny thing about it, I've never actually experienced such contrast before, which is why I was kind of jazzed about, doing this review, is because I've never had such strong feelings one way and strong feelings the other way as well, as far as the contrast of what the hell is, what I'm feeling inside. But Yeah, those of you who aren't, your average Marvel movie goer, go see the movie. I think you'll still have fun. Keep in mind there are 2 after credit scenes. That's it. So as soon as you get the second one, hit the road. There's no more than 2, so there's 2 after credit scenes. Enjoy them. Um, I guess if I had to sum it up, it was a really, really good, fun film, and that lacked heart in certain spots. If I had to sum it up with one sentence or one sentence alone or anything like that. But what else can I say? Da, 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 da. I still can't say enough about Tessa Thompson, by the way, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people, like the guy that played Korg. Um, there was a lot of things, but Scourge probably not the highlight of the film, and I really like Carl Urban a lot, so I think that I'm not sure that I would have used him that way. So that's about as much as I got to say about that. Banner always freaking Mark Ruffalo always fantastic as Banner, always fantastic. You could say Hulk is Hulk, Hulk is Hulk. So you can't really give Mark Ruffalo credit for being Hulk, but what he did as Banner, I think, was spot on for the situation that he was in. He actually was he acted very appropriately for that. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, wow, it's been a while since I've done one of these. We haven't had any, CBMs come out for like a while, except for what was the Golden Circle, which I still haven't seen. But anyway, all right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this sip of shit, and then I'm going to sip my beer, and then afterwards I'm gonna get into the spoiler talk of this movie and some of the things that I didn't like. There's also gonna be things on the other end that I did like on the spoiler talk as well. But I want to give you guys a chance to bail out. Go see the movie. You'll have fun. You won't regret going to see it. At no point in time was I sitting in the movie thinking, geez, I shouldn't have bought tickets for this piece of shit. No, I was glad I was there. I'm glad I went to see it in the theaters. Good movie. Anyway, after I take this sip and I take another sip of my beer, I'm going to start spoiler talk for this film. So now's your chance to bail out if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled. Otherwise, hang around. I've given you forewarning. Clackety clack. Ugh. All right. Now you got in. Go. What are you waiting for? Come on, I'm going to spoil it. Anyway. All right. So, if I had one huge major gripe about this movie, I think it's the same gripe that I've had ever since they released the very first trailer for Thor Ragnarok, and it was like 5 million years ago. It was what they gave away. They always give away too much in these freaking trailers. I'm sick and tired of them doing that. And I stand by the fact that they should not have exposed that they destroyed Mjolnir, that Hela destroyed Mjolnir specifically in the first trailer, or ever. I think they should have saved that for the film. Think about how much more of a powerful impact Hela would have had if we never even got a hint of the fact that Mjolnir was destroyed. We may have guessed because you didn't see it in his hands in this scene or that scene or that scene or anything like that, but not known. Kept that under wraps, even with the rumors and the confirms and all that other stuff like that. Just kept that completely a secret. Imagine what that scene would have felt like if you had never known that she destroyed the hammer. Hammer! So that's probably my biggest gripe with the film. That a lot of other things is like you knew were coming because of the trailer. So it almost seems like they tell the whole entire story in the trailer, and then it doesn't leave anything else. The trailers never used to be these storytelling things. They used to just be, here's a couple scenes from the movie to tease you to like it, and then they give you the film later on. But now they've turned into this thing where they feel like they have to market the movie, over-market the damn movie, and then they spoil too much in the trailers. I'm saying they just spoil too much in the trailers. So that's my biggest flaw with this movie. Is I think a lot of things, if they were just left off the table in the trailer, I would have enjoyed it in the movie a hell of a lot more. All right. Other than that, there's not too much I had too much of a problem with, other than the fact that it definitely lacked heart in certain spots that I think that. All right. They took a lot of shit from us. All right. As far as freaking Thor's world is concerned, they took a lot of fucking shit from us. They took away a lot of stuff from us. They took away. Like I said, this is the spoiler part. Spoiler fucking alert. They took away fucking Odin, Asgard, the Warriors 3, and Mjolnir. And I didn't have a chance to mourn any of that shit. You know, it almost seemed like all of it was pretty much just kind of like grazed over, and before I knew it, we were on to the next scene, and then the one scene that was a little bit like you could have like maybe mourned it was watching the destruction of Asgard, but then Korg came in and made his fucking stupid joke. Honestly, I think I would have done that scene kind of like I don't know, like when they were shooting in the Wrath of Khan, when they were shooting Spock's casket out into the freaking abyss to try to sit there and have like Kirk say like quoting some fucking majestical shit to like really just give us an impact of like, dude, that's Asgard, that is fucking Asgard, and that shit is getting fucking destroyed. I mean, I would have teared up. I would have teared up if they had given me a moment to actually feel that. But instead, they ruined it with a joke. So, listen, I'm not saying that they went overboard with the jokes in this movie. I believe that that's pretty much the only thing that I can pull out besides the fact that Thor spinning on the chains and all that shit. Whatever. In the beginning, that was besides that. Other than that, I think they actually did a pretty damn good job with the jokes. And like I said, these are my gripes. They're not major complaints. They're gripes, all right? There's a big difference between a major complaint and well, they're kind of major complaints. But that's what I'm saying. It's like there's so much contrast. I'm confused. I don't even know. Do I like this movie? No, I definitely liked it. But but like I said, it lacked that heart. In certain spots. Warriors 3, Jesus, man, we didn't even have a chance to mourn them either. Odin, for fucking Christ's sakes, fucking Odin. Odin died. And I didn't shed a tear because they didn't give me the pause to fucking appreciate that moment. It is very significant. Like I said, they really, really took the heart from us. And then they didn't give us a chance to mourn for it. They just moved on and they made lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of jokes. So that, like I said, but whatever. Going back to Searcher, though, I wanted to, you get back into that because it's a spoiler section and everything like that. One of the things about Searcher that I really, really enjoyed the most was that I really was, in my mind, I kind of was thinking Searcher was going to show up as this big fucking beast, and then they were just going to kind of explain him, and, then blah, 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 But no, he had fucking lines. He fucking spoke in the beginning with fucking Thor in his fucking weakened state. In that fucking opening scene, I was just like, this is dude, it's fucking Searcher! And I was really like fucking, I was going crazy about that. Him and Fenris were the best. But, and of course the Thor versus the Thor Hulk versus Thor in the contest of champions was definitely lived up to the hype. I thought that was a really badass battle that they had between the two of them. I think the only thing that I could complain about as far as the contest of champions was concerned was what I was thinking was we were going to get a couple of more contests, not just the one. But we only got the one, so what are you going to do? But whatever. Still, whatever. So good. Heal in the treasure room I thought was pretty awesome too. When she knocked over the Infinity Gauntlet, it was like fake. I was like, I'm so glad they actually addressed that. It was like, let's finally put that baby to rest, because that one's been hanging out there for so long. The Strange cameo is great. It's like I said, listen, this isn't just me griping about the movie. I had legitimate things. This is the spoiler section, so I wanted to bring back. I didn't want to bring up Strange in the earlier part of the movie because I'm not sure how many people out there who don't really pay attention to, CBM News or whatever know that Doctor Strange is in the movie, so I kind of wanted to leave that part out. But I thought Strange's cameo was fucking perfect, and it really is great to actually watch him kind of grow into that ultra strange fucking strange, like like in his origin story he was kind of like a buffling, still learning as he goes Strange. In this one it seems like Strange has got his shit together and he knows what the fuck he's doing now. Especially like when Loki was like, oh, your magic is blah 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 blah, and he was like, whatever, bye. Like, just fucking got rid of him. Fucking perfect. I thought that was absolutely perfect and I loved it. Strange brew coming inside of you. Whatever. So yeah, healing in the treasure room, blah 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 blah. So as far as the Thor lore is concerned, they definitely took a whole crap load of stuff from us and they didn't give us any chance to like mourn any of that stuff. So I don't know. But like I said, I didn't really like Scourge that much. Only because I know Carl Urban and I know what he's capable of. I just thought that they probably could have used him in a better fashion or whatever. I don't know, or maybe not used him at all. He was all right though. I mean, the best part was when he was hanging out in the beginning at the freaking Bifrost opening. So Idris was hardly in this movie at all, but he did it. He did a decent job too. So things keep on coming to me about. There was a lot of things going on in this film. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it a second time around because I think I'll better be able to fully digest what the hell I'm looking at. So I don't know though. I feel like I had more to say. I had this. I foregoed the whole legal pad freaking thing, and I've gone with this whiteboard thing. But the problem is this whiteboard is only so big. So I'm trying to use it as like a teleprompter instead of shaking a piece of paper around like I usually do. But it's so big, and it looks like a jumbled mess over there because I ran out of room on thoughts that I had about everything. But dude, yeah, I don't know. Banner, Banner, Banner was out of dude. He acted exactly the way he was supposed to act for a guy that got put into the situation that he was put into. So I thought that was extremely well done. It was funny, like at the time I wasn't sure I really liked it when I was watching it in the movie. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, dude, how you were the Hulk for 2 years, and then all of a sudden you turn back into Banner, and you're in a strange place and in a strange land. This is pretty much how you'd be discombobulated, unsure of yourself, and completely like freaked out, pretty much. So, yeah, they did a good job with that. There was a lot. Like I said again too, I'm gonna circle back around to Tessa Thompson, and then I'm gonna end the video. I think I was just pleasantly surprised by her because I wasn't expecting to like her character. In fact, when I kept on seeing the previews, I thought I was gonna like Tessa Thompson the least, but it turned out that she stole the show for me. I really loved what she brought to the role of Valkyrie, and I think that they actually gave her character a pretty decent amount of depth, and I just like what she brought to the role too. It wasn't just about Valkyrie, the character herself. It was about Tessa Thompson and what she actually brought to that role. So very impressed with that young lady, and whatever. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. I don't know what else to say. Have fun. Go see freaking Thor. Fuck it. What's up next? Justice League is next. I can't tell whether or not that's going to be anything I like or not. Who knows? And then we've got something else that's coming up later in the year. But hey, this year's starting to come to a close, and then we got to start looking forward to 2018's goodies. And there's all sorts of goodies going on in 2018. Oh yes, there is. Love you all. Peace. No, can't find the stop button. All right.